In the dense green heart of the Amazon, where life and danger dance in a delicate balance, a man named Marco found himself staring death in the face. Coiled and ready to strike a Fidelens, one of the jungle's most venomous snakes, blocked his path. He was frozen, his breath caught in his throat, every instinct screaming at him not to move. But he wasn't alone. High in the canopy, a pair of intelligent, watchful eyes followed his every move. This wasn't just any monkey. This was Kiku, and this moment would forever bind their two worlds together. Our story unfolds in a small village nestled on the edge of the vast Peruvian rainforest. This is where Marco, a dedicated biologist, has lived for years, studying the intricate web of life that thrives in the jungle. It's also home to Kiko, a capuchin monkey Marco had rescued as an infant. Kiko's mother had been a victim of poachers, leaving the tiny, scared creature orphaned and alone. Marco took him in, not as a pet, but as a ward, nursing him back to health with the hope of one day reintroducing him to the wild. But capuchins are incredibly intelligent, and Kiko quickly formed a bond with his human savior that was deeper than Marco could have ever imagined. He learned to mimic Marco's gestures, to solve complex puzzles Marco set up for him, and most importantly, to trust. Kiko wasn't confined. He roamed freely, always returning to the research station at dusk, a familiar, chattering presence in Marco's life. He was a bridge between the world of man and the untamed wild, a clever, curious soul who often accompanied Marco on his shorter treks into the forest, a small, furry shadow flitting through the branches above. Their days were filled with a quiet rhythm, Marco taking notes, Kiko foraging for fruit, their peaceful coexistence a testament to the harmony possible between species. On this particular afternoon, the air was thick and heavy, the kind of stillness that often precedes a tropical storm. Marco ventured deeper than usual, tracking a rare species of orchid he'd been searching for 4 weeks. Kiko, as always, was his silent partner in the canopy. The trail grew faint, covered by a thick carpet of fallen leaves. Marco, his eyes scanning the trees for the elusive flower, took a step forward, his boot landing softly on the damp earth. That's when he heard it, a low, almost inaudible hiss. He froze. Less than a meter away, camouflaged perfectly against the leaf litter, was its triangular head was raised, its body tensed into a deadly S-curve. Marco knew any sudden movement would trigger a strike. His heart hammered against his ribs, the sound deafening in the jungle silence. He was miles from the village, with no antivenom, no way to call for help. Time seemed to slow down, each second stretching into an eternity. He could feel sweat trickling down his spine. His mind raced, searching for an escape that wasn't there. High above, the familiar rustle of leaves stopped. Kiko had gone silent. From his vantage point, the little monkey could see the whole scene: the frozen man, the coiled snake, the air thick with imminent danger. A series of sharp, agitated chirps erupted from the branches. It was a sound Marco had never heard before, a raw, primal cry of alarm. Kiko wasn't just watching, he understood. He saw the threat. His small body tensed, his sharp mind racing, a fierce loyalty overriding his own instinct for sit. The standoff continued, a silent, deadly the snake's tongue flickered, tasting the air, its unblinking eyes fixed on Marco. It was a matter of when, not if. Just as the snake began to draw its head back for the fatal strike, chaos erupted from above. With a piercing shriek, Kiko launched himself from the branch. He wasn't aiming for the snake, a suicidal move for a monkey his size. He was a furry, brown blur, a calculated distraction. He landed on a thick vine just a few feet away from the serpent. Shaking it violently, he screeched, bared his teeth, and thrashed about, creating a sudden, shocking commotion. The snake, its focus momentarily broken, whipped its head toward the new, noisy threat. It was the split second Marco needed. The spell was broken. His survival instinct kicked in, and he threw himself backward, scrambling away from the deadly reptile, his heart pounding with adrenaline. The fer de lance, confused by the monkey's frantic display and its primary target's sudden retreat, held its ground for another moment before slithering away into the dense undergrowth, its chance for a deadly ambush lost. Kiko didn't stop. He continued his frantic display of noise and aggression, chasing the snake's path with a volley of loud, threatening calls, ensuring it was truly gone. He was a tiny warrior, a furry guardian angel who had stared down one of the jungle's most feared predators to protect his friend. He had risked a venomous bite, a certain death, all for the human who had once saved him. It was a stunning act of courage, an instinctual, selfless rescue. Panting, his body shaking uncontrollably, Marco sat on the damp ground, trying to process what had just happened. The adrenaline slowly began to fade, replaced by a profound wave of awe and gratitude. After a few moments, Kiko, his braid duty done, scampered down from the trees. He approached Marco cautiously, his earlier aggression gone, replaced by soft, questioning coos. He gently touched Marco's hand with his tiny fingers, his dark eyes searching Marco's face as if to ask, "Are you okay?" In that moment, the line between man and animal vanished completely. Marco reached out, his hand trembling, and stroked Kiko's head. Tears welled in his eyes, tears of relief, of fear, and of overwhelming love for this small, intelligent creature who had just saved his life. News of the incident spread quickly through the village. When Marco returned, with Kiko perched firmly on his shoulder, refusing to leave his side, the villagers looked at the little monkey with a newfound respect. He was no longer just Marco's companion. He was a hero. The bond between them, already strong, was now forged in the fire of a life-or-death struggle. It was an unbreakable connection, a silent understanding that transcended language and species. In the days that followed, Kiko was even more attentive, a constant, comforting presence. Their quiet rhythm returned, but it was deeper now, colored by the shared memory of that terrifying, miraculous afternoon. This incredible event forces us to look beyond our own world and recognize the profound intelligence and emotional capacity of the creatures we share this planet with. Kiko's bravery wasn't a trained response. It was born from a genuine bond, a deep-seated loyalty that compelled him to risk everything. It's a powerful reminder that heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they have fur and a long tail. They come in the most unexpected forms. Their courage and love, a silent testament to the interconnectedness of all life. In a world that often feels divided, stories like this show us that compassion and loyalty are universal languages spoken not just by humans, but by the silent, watchful heroes of the natural world. Thanks for watching. If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And be sure to subscribe for more incredible true stories from the wild.